Alright. So how does your organization work through the strategic management process? Oh, I guess that's the first question. How does your organization work through the strategic management process?
So at Walmart, we've got different areas at the home office. You know, we've got some who deal with regulations, some who deal with compliance, some who deal with HIPAA, those that deal with our boards of pharmacy, boards of optometry. And I think they all kind of work trying to make sure that we're compliant with everything,
Right.
making sure we're following all the rules and the things that are being governed to us.
Right.
So I think that's more strategically, you're talking more well above like a store level associate. It's those at the home office, maybe even, you've got operation leads, you've got all kinds of different positions, merchandising, strategic, you've got HR, you've got all of the different different aspects of it kind of coming together. And I think they've got John Furner, I think he had a plan, what he wants to do. He took over, so strategically, they left him with this, and then they're growing like this AI. I mean, AI is big. It is huge. So they're, I think they're using that to kind of help guide as well.
And then does your organization use the SWOT or PESTLE analysis?
So you talked a little bit when you looked that up about like government and things like that. Politics. So we actually just sent people down to Washington, D.C. and they fight for Walmart and they fight for the pharmacists to be able to do the things that they should do. There's a whole group of probably 50 to 75 that were just down there, and they lobby. We have a lobbying department at home office, but these are like the peers of mine that went down there. So they go down and they talk about what healthcare looks like in the future. Trying to get everybody to do what we talk about at the top of their license, trying to get all of the states on board with that and trying to get things passed through the government. But yeah, we've got people down on Capitol Hill like all the time. But it was neat to see this group of pharmacists and regionals and clinical managers who got to go and kind of fight for what we get to do in a Walmart store.
How would what? I was asking like one of these same questions I said previously. So, it says, how would your organization prepare for another pandemic or similar situation? Which I feel like doesn't go with that question, but I feel like you answered it already. But I guess thinking of more of like the strategic management process, I guess. How would you do anything different if given there was another pandemic?
Would I do anything different? I try to block that from my memory. I think we all did.
I don't think anybody wants to remember either.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's being more sensitive to people. I think I would do more research on my own instead of just being fed something either from the TV, the news, all of that. I think I would try to dig in and learn more about whatever it was on my own instead of just being kind of fed that information.
Yeah, that's fair.
You get
different answers from everywhere.
Yeah, and what it really is and how it's transmitted and that, and how long do you really have to be away from people. So I think I would dig in more on my own so that I kind of knew what we were up against.
I just have to put it's not a question that's on here.
Okay.
But as far as the health and wellness side of things, are their goals different from just regular, like the rest of the store?
The rest of the store? Yes and no. So our goals have kind of transformed. We try to align it with health and with the main store.
Right.
Our goals, sales, profit, all
Right.
of that. Yes, that is why we're here. Is we're not a non-profit organization.
That's true.
But we try to align. Like they talk about customer service. We talk about patient care.
Right.
So we try to align it. We have different verbiage per se.
Mm-hmm.
Digital. They have OPD, ODP,
the
whatever
name,
it is. So are we trying to do more digitally? Yes. Because a person who gets a prescription delivered, their basket size is like 3 times more because they're a online shopper.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to build our business to match that of the store.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we see a lot of online orders, I guess, for contacts and glasses?
We do. Now that we started the contact lens refill reminder, yeah. We see some. We could do more.
Okay.
We could do more with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that was really good.